Dr. Sundaram sir, and Sri Kalyana Sundaram sir, the Director of Exam Career, and my dear friends. Good afternoon to all. It's a great pleasure for me to share my strategies and approaches that I follow, and in fact which are fetching a good result, particularly in general studies. And it is a great pleasure for me. Well, there are two questions to be answered here. One is why we have to choose civil service as a career, and the second one is how to prepare for this civil service. And the first part, I think Sundaram sir has shared his experience, and more Lakshminarayan sir will be sharing his experience. But apart from that, Jayakode sir, who is currently the Commissioner of Technical Education, he will also be sharing about his experiences. I hope it will be inspiring you all. But one thing is very clear. Yes, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has stated, when he was in flight, particularly when he went to South Africa, he was questioned. He was having a very aggressive program. At the time, they asked him, why you are having this much aggressive program? He said that I will not take rest until the 35 crore people in our country takes full meals a day. That is what he has replied. And in fact, his desire can be actualized only by the civil servants like us. Certainly, that is what one word I like to put here. And now let us go to the second part, how to prepare for the civil service examination. Well, we need to take upon certain strategies. You know the level of competition that is existing now. Around 4 lakh people are writing the civil service examination, and the final selection is only 500 to 600. Of 4 lakh people, candidates who are taking up the preliminary examination, 10,000 to 11,000 candidates are selected for mains, and among that 1,000 to 1,800 student candidates are selected for final personality test, and from that 500 to 600 candidates are are selected into the service. Well, we can't give a sweeping statement that except these 500 students, 500 candidates, other people are not up to the mark. Certainly not. At least 1 lakh people are very sincerely, very devotedly, committedly preparing for the civil service examination. But where is the difference? The difference is not alone in hard work, but also in smart work. We have to take up this examination with certain techniques. Now, as Kalyana Sundaram sir has stated, at his time, during his time, cracking the preliminary examination of civil service was very easy. But now, to my understanding, presently, cracking the preliminary examination of civil service is very, very difficult. In fact, our entire focus has to be on cracking the preliminary examination. As far as mains is concerned, if you are having a good expressive skills, and if you have a good presence of mind, and we can do it with a required amount of knowledge. So let us come step by step. That is preliminary stage and a main stage. Now let us take a preliminary stage. So in the prelims, optional subject, you have to go for marking the answers for objective type questions for optional as well as your general studies. In your option, you will be getting 120 marks. I'm purely entering into the syllabus part, analysis of this present trend. As far as optional is concerned, you will be asked 120 questions. And be sure optional is going to save you, because we have got a prescribed syllabus for the optional subject. And at the maximum, out of 120 questions, 110 questions will be within the syllabus. And the cutoff mark presently expected is 65 in general studies and 65 in your optional subject. If you are scoring just 65 marks in optional subject as well as 65 marks in general studies, you will be through to mains. But by this time you could have understood, if 65 is the cutoff, the level of toughness, the level of standard of that question paper. Okay. And as far as optional is concerned, the questions are much more analytical, in the sense unless we have put in enough groundwork, it is not easy for us to tackle the paper. And what should we do? What is the approach that we have to follow for optional subject? See, primarily there is a fundamental principle, that is, take one standard book. If at all your option is public administration, take standard books for particular chapters. For example, Indian administration or RROL, that will do. but you have to be very strong in that optional paper, in that book, standard book. Likewise for other chapters, and here the problem is choosing the appropriate books. And here you have to get the guidance of either your seniors or the institute in which you are taking your coaching. Once you have chosen that book, then it is in your hands. The better you prepare, the better the marks that you will be able to score. And first point is that keep one book as a standard book, and then if at all you want to go to other books, take it as a value addition. Whatever you read from other books, take as a value addition and just you add in your own notes. But one book is enough. Standard book is enough. Okay. And secondly, you have to take as many mock tests as possible. I mean to say that in your optional subject, minimum 6,000 to 8,000 questions just you have to work out. Now while working out the questions, you come across a lot of new problems that you are to face. See, while you are mocking the questions, firstly you will be avoiding the technical mistakes. Technical mistakes in the sense, say you are working now, you are looking for the 35th question in the optional paper, okay, but you do not know that and do not know the answer for that question. Now you will be leaving, you will not mark anything there. But again, you are now going to 36th question, but unconsciously you might mark the answer of 36th question in the 35th question. In such case, only if you are not revising it frequently, and only when you are taking 120th question, you will be able to find that you are marking the answer in 119th question, but you will not be having time to, in fact, look back where you have made a mistake. So these are all, in fact, suicidal. We should never do that. And for that, we need proper groundwork. And secondly, when you are marking out, there are certain chapters which you knew that you are very thorough, but still when you are facing the questions, you will be having a lot of problems.